Shout out Andrew's Visuals. He went in on the theories as to why we might get a secret episode of Stranger Things. And I got my favorite hoodie that I made, my ET hoodie. So I'm with the conspiracies today. Hey guys, could I tell you about another TV show that I originally had this idea for recently? About having a secret last episode that we didn't know about? Yeah, I'll wait. You notice needed that. And I had faith in James Gunn. I had faith in the Jimmy Boy. I had faith in James, man. Sentimental moments back to back to back. And all we got was a Lex cameo after we just saw him. Listen, great actor, but we just saw him in Superman. He did an even better job in this show. But you couldn't at least give us a little more sauce? Like one more episode to kind of like. I love how James Gunn separates himself from Kevin Feige, but he tries a little too hard to separate himself from everybody else in the comic book realm and say, oh, I don't even want these movies to even lead up that much to the next one. No, we need some of that. And we could have done that in a secret, actual season finale episode after the one that you gave us and left us off with. I thought it would have been groundbreaking for television. As far as from what I know, I don't think any TV show has done a surprise final episode. I guess Duffer Brothers might get it. Let's get into it. The Duffer Brothers actually openly said that this is tying into the spinoff. I personally loved the final episode, the finale, the final season, everything so much, the way they closed this out, that I thought that they should just do a completely new franchise, a completely new original. If they want to do another original, something completely new that's not even in this universe, instead of carrying this on, doing some sort of spinoff. You don't want to wait for the well to run dry. You don't want to milk the cow till it's shriveled. I'm not saying they should have done a spinoff because it would have been weird. It would have had nothing to do with sci-fi. But I'm glad that they kind of lived out as adults and became like a teacher's version of Friends, you know, in the early 90s or whatever that's taking place. We don't need a TV show unless y'all want to do some strange pivot that has nothing to do with sci-fi. All of a sudden it's a drama. But the way they lived off in their realm, aside from us having to see it, seemed okay. Listen, if we get that secret last episode, I'm going to be excited because I love the show that much. So, hey, if you want to give us one more, give us one more. But the way this ended off was beautiful to me. I almost cried. When he told these stories about everybody's futures, it got me. I had the lump in my throat. I was tearing up. What more do y'all want? That was just perfect to me. If this turned into Stranger Things, the next generation, terrible. Don't do that. But to give us at least a scene of it, that was cool. I like that. Let's conclude with an extra episode. Hopefully it gets more into where Elle leaves off. She could be borderline like a superhero, semi-grounded superhero. You know, that'd be cool. But at the same time, Millie Bobby Brown wants to spread her wings and fly and try other movies, other genres, other characters. You know, that's how the mind of an actor and actress usually is. They don't want to continue too long and then end up being typecasted. You know, I'm kind of iffy on this, but like I said, I love the show so much. Hey, give us an extra episode. My birthday's today, January 5th, January 7th, perfect. And I'm Puerto Rican, so Three Kings Day's January 6th. We got a back to back to back, a triple, 3 for 3. You already know, 333. That was the time I was born, the witching hour. That's why I am the way I am, and you know what I'm saying, all that other stuff.